All right. Perfect. We're going on Facebook now.
Are we?
We are. We're going to go on DJ Danny Presents. I don't see it. All right. Hello, everyone. Today is Wednesday, October 9th. Welcome to my new show, DJ Danny Presents, every other Wednesday from 4 to 5 p.m. I'm honored and excited to have SAL Angelotti. Angelotti?
Yeah, it's okay. You could say however you want.
No, you got to tell me how to say it.
It's Angioletti. It's fine.
Angelotti, okay.
Everybody does it. Don't worry about it.
No, it's fine. No problem at all. It's just I want to make sure that I say the right thing.
It's okay.
You're a guest on my show. If I mess up your name, it's going to be messed up for the rest of your life.
We got the laughing hyenas in the hole back there.
Oh my gosh, laughing hyenas. I love it. So Sal, I know you have a new show you started here with Hamilton Radio.
Yes, I'm glad to be part of this family for about a year now. We're doing Talking Baseball, of course, with me, Sal Angioletti. Right now, we're in the midst of the postseason with the playoffs, and all the series but one. The Yankees swept Minnesota, so right now the other games are in the last game. So hopefully, I'm betting on Tampa to beat Houston. I'm not saying that either one's going to be a good thing or a bad thing, but it's a challenge either way.
Well, when did you first get into baseball? Because I didn't even know you were a baseball fan. I only thought you liked wrestling.
I've been playing baseball from the time I lived in Brooklyn. I was on a lot of little league teams. I made my high school team in Lafayette. Unfortunately, I broke my ankle. I couldn't play. My dad was going to send me to Florida to play professional ball. I didn't do that, so this was the next best thing to coming close to the sport was doing this.
Okay. And this is where you just feel like you're kind of at home.
Yeah, baseball's like my my bread and water. It's like my thing. One day, hopefully, who knows? Maybe I'll manage, coach. Who knows if any minor league or major league teams need somebody.
Well, I think that's amazing. Well, I just wanted to just bring up a little bit because I know I've known you for a couple of years here being with Hamilton Radio, and it definitely feels like it's longer.
Yeah, it does.
Hasn't it? It kind of feels like maybe
it's going to be about 2 years now.
2, 3 almost.
Yeah.
Well, you said you've been with Hamilton Radio for a year. Is that just with your show or personally with just association?
Well, how it all started was, of course, with Richie playing over at the Strand Theater. And
I had him on my show.
Jerry and them going to see his show. And she was the first one I met. And she came in and says that she's a big Elvis fan. I says, well, you're going to be in for the time of your life when you see this man. Not just talking out of perspective of being a friend of his, but he puts on a great show.
No, he does. I actually still yet haven't been to the Strand.
He was a guest of ours up here, and that was at the old building. And I looked around, and I was looking around. I'm going, this is very interesting. That's when I met your dad. And I had said to Jerry, did you go to school for this? Because I was accepted into the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. And I says, wow, if she didn't go to school for this, I'm going to give it a crack. So the first thing we did was the wrestling show.
Mm-hmm. That was Taker 2?
Yes, with me and my co-host, Jen. And wrestling is at a peak where it's like a ball of fire sometimes, and then the flame goes out, and then it's about...
Well, we were talking a little bit...
with wrestling. You have all these new companies. Have tonight being Wednesday, you have AEW on TNT going head-to-head against NXT, which is on the USA Network. It brings back the old Monday Night Wars with WCW and Raw. And SmackDown is now on Fox 5, and Raw is still on USA on Mondays. So
SmackDown moved? Wasn't it on a different channel?
It's now on Channel 5 on Fox. They did I think it was $1 billion deal with the WWE and Fox, and they have to do...
Can't say anything about $1 billion, though.
And they have to,
you got to do what they say.
Yes, and the deal is I think they have to get 3 million viewers a shot, and WWE's got to... Their viewership's got to be at least 3 million.
Well, how have they been doing?
This past Friday was their first show. The Rock came back.
Okay.
They drew 4.5 million viewers Friday night. So they definitely.
How do you know how many viewers? Do you pay attention to that?
Yeah, I read the things on Facebook, and then you have all these other companies, which is the indie promotions, who go to the schools and all that. So before the WWE actually got big, when it was WWF,
Mm-hmm.
they used to come to all the high schools in Brooklyn where I used to catch a lot of the shows. One time I saw Jimmy Snuka with his manager back then was Playboy Buddy Rogers. I saw the Wild Samoans in Lincoln High School and St. Mary's School in Brooklyn. I ran into Greg Valentine once outside in the parking lot. So it was so much different then than it is now with the way that they use the television and before Raw was big, it used to just be filmed at the Manhattan Center in Manhattan.
Well, I was gonna say another thing was like even before you got into color TV, how did they do wrestling back then? Do you know?
Oh, probably. I've been watching since
Because
the
you're
late
somewhat still a wrestling
70s.
fan, so I wanna.
I've been watching since the late 70s because of a friend of mine in Brooklyn on my block. And back then they were on Channel 5. They used to be on
Okay.
at midnights. There was a lot
Is
of
that a phone?
some weird ring back there. It was like a clown
I was
car.
gonna say I thought it was my father's, but
Yeah,
I hope
so
that he didn't do that.
wrestling has evolved over the decades. Like I was saying with the indie companies, you could go see like SWF. You could see these other companies that are out there, and some of these wrestlers have a lot of heart. And somebody says, like I was saying, everybody says sports entertainment,
Yeah.
and sometimes you want to gag and throw up in your mouth when you hear that. Especially wrestling fans
Well,
know what I'm talking about.
I mean, when I hear
It's like a
sports
job like we
entertainment,
have. We have a regular day in, day out job, and
well,
that's their job to take care of their
how do you
families
find
and
it so
stuff.
disgusting by that? Like sports entertainment, I would just be like, well, sports. Sports
Oh,
is definitely entertaining,
yeah,
but shouldn't it
they
be?
don't use the name pro wrestling as much as they used to.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Okay,
So
I totally
it's
understand.
yeah.
Okay.
Any pro
So,
wrestler would know what I'm talking
so
about.
question for you. Were you going to go to the, was it in Atlantic City? I think it's Showboat, the HorrorCon
The
this year?
HorrorCon,
Kurt
I
Angle's going to be there.
hopefully tried to make it. Yeah, Peter Chris, the former drummer of Kiss, is going to be there. I heard Kurt Angle, my friend Mike Silk, who has a podcast as well, Champs World podcast. If anybody wants to catch my buddy, and he's got a table there as a vendor. He's going to have some podcasts
Jimmy
done with some
Workman's going
wrestlers.
to be there too. He's one of my good friends.
This,
Pugsley from the Addams Family. That
oh
is.
yeah,
And Christina Ricci, who played,
What?
wasn't she Wednesday?
Wednesday. Yeah,
In Addams
it
Family.
is Wednesday. Look at that.
Wow, it is Wednesday. That's
Wednesday,
crazy.
and they came out with another movie, a cartoon. I just noticed.
Yes, and if you have T-Mobile, do you have T-Mobole?
No. I
Okay,
have
well, if you
Sprint,
have
unfortunately.
T-Mobile, you get a $4 ticket for October 11th
Nice. Even cell phone
to
companies
see
get
this
involved
show.
in this stuff.
Yeah, they really do.
Well,
Especially
well, the
T-Mobile.
movies I get involved in is all Marvel and DC stuff, so
Okay,
I'm all into. I didn't see the Joker yet, but I'm hearing a lot of mixed
I
reviews.
haven't seen that yet.
And
Yeah,
I hear Joaquin Phoenix as an
people are
Oscar
saying it was
performance
just
in this movie.
horrible. Some
Well,
people are
it's
saying it was amazing.
well
So,
if they're going by the origin of how he became the Joker.
okay.
So,
Yeah, there's no Harley Quinn, so I'm kind of like,
no, and the Birds of Prey is coming out, I think next year. She's in that.
what's the Birds of
The
Prey?
Birds of Prey is and it's Harley Quinn, I think, with Catwoman and somebody else. I could be mistaken,
Okay,
but
they
it's
just
the
keep coming out with
three
these
villain
movies.
women in this.
Oh, kick ass.
Yes, I saw some things about the Joker that if anybody saw in court was supposedly the mask of Batman was in his mirror.
Okay.
There was a shape of the mirror he was looking, and supposedly it was
Supposed
the
to be
face
like
of Batman or
Batman.
something. But back in the day when I was growing up, if people remember, before these movies and stuff,
It can't be around my time because
they
I'm
had
younger than
they
you.
used to have the stories on an album
Okay.
back in the day besides comic books. So it used to tell you how the Joker came about and all this other stuff.
Do you mean like audiobooks?
Yeah, something like that.
Because I remember that
Yep.
when my mother working still at the library, I used to listen to tapes, in a tape
Yeah.
recorder, and that would have stories.
I had a Batman one was on album. I wish I would have saved it. It's amazing how much.
Probably would be a
Things are worth.
lot of money nowadays.
Well, that's like that. Do They Know It's Christmas? If you have that album for that song, it's worth some bucks. I
Uh,
have that somewhere. I don't know where, but
I don't think my father does. But what album?
the albums for that Christmas song. Do they know it's Christmas with all the artists like from Duran Duran and all of them? It's a big thing way back in,
I,
I believe 84, 85 that came out.
hopefully, my father has that album, or he has the music to play on the radio at least.
Yeah, that's one of the
Definitely.
most
But
popular holiday songs, I think.
so, getting a little bit back into how you first met, everyone here at Hamilton Radio. So, it definitely started with Jerry Petito.
Yes, Jerry got it, and she goes, "Yeah, I'll do a wrestling show," and it took off from there, and then from wrestling, and then when my dad passed away in 2016, he was a big Yankee fan, and I used to hear all the stories about him and his brothers walking through Prospect Park in Brooklyn, going to see the Brooklyn Dodgers back in the day, and how the guys used to wear suits on a Sunday to go see the games, and how everybody was dressed well. I wish I was there in those times.
So, you
And
could like relive it with your
and
father.
so I dedicated that show's basically dedicated to Dad.
The talking
Yeah, the
base.
talking
Is it
baseball. Yeah,
talking
talking
baseball
baseball.
with
Yeah,
Sal? So, where did the name come from?
I talking baseball. That was like I wanted to make sure I didn't get in any trouble before I started looking at names for talk shows, so I wouldn't get in trouble.
Oh, so wait, did you look through other people's names, or
Yeah,
just Googled it, trying to find something that
there
would fit you,
was
suit you
there is
right?
somebody who has his name first, then talking Ed. He's Ed Randall, who's a big sports guy. It's Ed Randall talking. Ed Randall's talking baseball. Says, well, if I do the reverse, I can't get in trouble.
Well, nobody has DJ Danny or DJ Danny Presents, so
Right.
I think I'm pretty safe
Yeah,
there.
we're safe right now so far. Any weird phone
Not
calls
that big
coming out
yet,
yet?
but I was gonna say definitely though. With meeting you and everything, all what you have given and done for the station, we truly appreciate you here at Hamilton
Oh,
Radio.
thank you very
You are,
much.
I think, you're also one of the co-partners, correct? You're part of a
Yes,
co-partner at Hamilton Radio, kind of
I
thing.
told you, Dad. We want to take this radio station to the next level. I mean, it takes time.
We want to take it to the point where you don't even have to get up and do your job anymore. You just come here and do your job, and then you make
Right.
money because it's just easier. I'm always here at the studio
And
versus at work. So
whoever's watching, it's HamiltonRadio.net. I guess channel HR2.
yeah,
Monday to Sunday or wherever any days of the week. There's a lot of great shows
24
here.
hours a day, music is playing.
Yes,
Different
a lot
types of
great,
genres
a lot of
and
great
topics.
talk shows. The different
So
stuff.
many
Yep.
shows here, you should also mention, are always looking for guests. So whoever's interested
Yep.
in calling in, tuning in, I know you probably need some guests as well. Or
Guests,
if you're booked.
people who want to do their own show. Who's got
Oh, we're always down with that.
who strikes an idea. You can.
But you have to contact, I guess, admin at hamiltonradio.net
Yes, that would be
in
Dad.
regards to finding out how much a show is, because I would say something totally cheap versus my father. So, but it could just be because you're my friend or something. And, I try to give a discount, but my dad's like, you can't do that.
It's a great family up here, and nobody. You're missing a fun time up here. It's like a comedy show all in one.
And I feel like when you come to Hamilton Radio, you feel, the love, and everything.
Right.
And definitely the vibes. As soon as people walk in, they'll be like, you guys are so welcome warming. And we'll be like, of course. Well, how do you
Yep.
want us to be? We're not going to be ignoring you.
That's right.
That's just,
Think,
we
you
take our
know,
job real serious.
Like your dad and I talk a lot, and it's amazing how many radio channels and stations, everything seems to vanish. PLJ.
Yeah,
Don,
Jimmy Deal, one of my good friends. He wants to actually co-host with me next year here on DJ Danny Show. He
And,
was from
PLJ.
PLJ.
And now PLJ happens
And
to
Sirius.
be a Christian contemporary channel now. They play all Christian music.
Okay, they got the Casting Crowns. Did they get Casting Crowns? Or are they just playing Casting Crowns?
I don't know. I listened. I just wanted to turn it on to see what it was about.
Okay.
And then back in the day we had Z100. Was the Z100 morning show was
Z100 is still on, and it's still Elvis Duran, isn't it?
I don't know, but let me tell you, back in those days, I remember I think it was Z100 did a thing. Duran wound up in a school in Brooklyn.
Okay.
It was a big thing. The school was in Coney Island. I can't think of the name of the Catholic school it was, but
A school in Coney Island?
yes,
I'm not going to be able to tell you that.
They came there and to the school and did a performance. It was from Z100. It was some contest they used to do.
I wonder if Doc G could. What was the school in Coney Island, Doc G? A school in Coney Island years ago?
Back in the 80s, Duran played a a Catholic school in Coney Island, and I can't think of what it was. It was some contest C100 used to do. And 103.5 wasn't KTU back then. Back then, 92.3 KTU was a disco station.
Okay.
They used to play all the old
Oh,
freestyle,
disco.
like
Wait.
Studio 54 kind
So
of music.
actually, coming up on DJ Danny Show on Monday, October 14th. Yeah, we're in October. I had to make sure. I actually have the Jukebox Legends coming in. One
wow.
of them is Joe Leo, and they have an event at the Trenton Elks on Friday. And they do all doo-wop.
Yeah, let tell you something.
You know,
Even
like when
music.
Ken Brady and Michael Diamore from the Casinos and the Capris, Ken Brady from the Casinos and Michael Diamore from the Capris, he's worked with them as well. So I'm excited to have him here at the studio.
That's a lot of that CBS FM stuff, the doo-wop and the Elvis and all the other stuff.
Just putting yourself out there, and you never know who tunes in and watches your show.
Right.
Or where you are.
Right.
Especially with this station, which is amazing, and the best part about being on it is when you have a show, you can have audience in Brazil, Australia, and you won't even know it. They'll contact you. India.
I show people the website of the radio station. I say, watch this globe, and that's where everybody's listening from. Most people are afraid they're afraid to call in for some reason.
Right?
We don't bite.
I take advantage of that with any show. Sometimes with the shows here on Hamilton Radio or other stations, I'll call, like my father knows, I call 92.5 normally in the morning because I like listening to the Andy Summer Show and Dave Cruz, the Andy Summer Show.
I listen to WFAN, of course, it's a sports station.
So I like to speak to them, and I'll be like, it's DJ Danny. Michaelina knows about me. She's the one that's in charge of everything.
I'll call Boomer and Gio and have a good laugh with them. And
it's just so nice just talking. And then they actually tune into my show from time to time. So, knowing that you have that band, where you support them, they support you.
That's what it's all about.
And it's networking, communications, and
That's
it's
right.
just...
Everybody wants to do well. You support. That's like supporting everything in life.
I feel like a lot of it, though, definitely is depending on who your guest is and how sociable they are. If they promote as much as you promote, then you're going to have that amazing show. I've had people that don't want to promote, and I'm just like, you're making me do all the work. But you know what? It's whatever, because I still do my part, so I know what I'm doing, keep myself stable, and then other people look upon that. And that's the only thing you could... I mean, have you ever had a guest on your show, just starting or whatever it is, where they didn't want to be your guest right away, or you had to kind of cope them and talk to them? They got shy, scared.
Well, I'll tell you the one story with the wrestling show.
Sure.
We went to the WWE Hall of Fame in the Barclays Center.
Okay.
So, you never know who you're going to sit next to.
Yes.
Okay. I went down. Either to use the restroom or get a soda or whatever it was.
So he just remembers walking down, guys. Okay.
And I come back and we're sitting there and she's going like this with her elbow. She's like, I'm going, what? It's Bob Johnson. I said, who's Bob Johnson? So, I introduce, hey, Bob, I'm Sal. Whatever, Take It Two takes over NJ. And I'm like, okay, He's like, I just had breakfast with Natalia Neidhart and her mom. Looking at Jen, and everybody's looking at each other, and like, do you believe? Okay, make a believer out of me. I didn't say that out loud, but
yeah.
Man takes out his cell phone, dials it, goes, hey, Bruce. Now he's on the phone with Bret Hart's brother, Bruce Hart.
Oh,
I have Sal and Jen here, and they got a talk show in Jersey. They want you to be on, and before you know it, Bret Hart's brother, called in twice already. And
wow.
When I was on the phone with him, I felt like Ralph Cran. I was like, humma. So that Canadian connection kicked in for a bit. Still see Bob and Len on Facebook, and hello, gentlemen. And the Hart Foundation is a big wrestling family. I mean, to have that man even call in. And sometimes
or to give you his time.
Right. And it's not just
time.
Calling in.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if you could get someone up here, like from the wrestling, or for like you have guests, your guests come on.
Yes.
That's a big thing. to have somebody. Oh, hey, I'm not going to have Don Mattingly or Derek Jeter or Dave Winfield sitting next to me, but if I have somebody from baseball, come up, shoot the breeze with me. That's why I tell everybody, come up here, shoot the breeze with me, promote your stuff. Let me know where your baseball camps are, who's training, who. Like my friend in Brooklyn who, Gary Perone, he's, I think, in big with the Brooklyn Cyclones. Either he probably runs the team or the stadium, whatever it is. Gary's always welcome up. I can.
It's just so nice having that availability with the
Yeah.
people and your guests. And do you stay close with them?
Yeah,
Like you
and this
connect
is all
with them and talk
places-
to them?
Well, I've worked 15 years security
Okay.
on the side. I've worked at Madison Square Garden, Shea City Field, Brooklyn Cyclones, Staten Island Yankees for one company. Then went over to MetLife Stadium from when they first opened until I did like 5-6 years there, and the PNC Art Center. So I run into famous people a lot. And back then, like I said, you never know who you run into.
No, you're 100%
Or
right
you
about
get a
that.
connection with.
Well, when you
with
did your
someone.
security job, did you meet anyone?
I
Because I'm sure
well
you know what some
during the Knick
security-
games, if you're familiar watching the Knick games from MSG,
Okay.
I was behind a VIP row where Spike Lee is. So I'm in 3 seconds of the movie called The Other Guys with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg.
That's what you were talking about. So
Yeah,
what scene? I've never
the
seen that
scene
movie
at the
yet.
Knick game where they stand up, they're going to leave the game, and you see me sitting to the right, or their left, actually. I'm the security guard sitting in the chair in the green. I got a picture of that on my phone, actually.
That's
It's every-
awesome.
I said, there goes my 3 seconds of fame.
Now, did you put that on like an IMDb or anything like your resume? Because that's something.
No, I
You
didn't
need
put that on
to,
there.
Sal.
No,
That's
all right.
important. And if you tell your guests that you were also in a movie with them, even though it's a scene, that gets you a lot
I
too.
didn't save the Daily News back then. I was in. It was a 2-page spread in the Daily News in the sports section where you see me looking like this at one of the Boston Celtics getting ready to slam the ball. Also at MetLife Stadium, I'm also in a photo of me frisking, people during the security check.
What do you
when
mean
they
by
first go.
frisking?
Searching.
Oh, okay.
Do a search for wands
scanner
or,
thing, yeah.
or the scan thing, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Well, I was going to say my close to 15, 13 seconds to fame would be on Bo Burnham on Netflix. Make It Happy Tour. Me and my sister are in the audience.
Oh, cool.
He zooms in on us for like 10 seconds
That's great.
in the middle after his country song, which is amazing if you've heard Bo Burnham or you know of his comedy. He's more of a comedian that likes to sing and make it comfortable and like well worth it, but it's very interesting.
That's another thing that's, I don't know what happened. A lot of things in this world is changing.
Like what? Like comedians are singing?
Comedians.
Well, I don't think anything bad about it.
No,
Kevin
not
LaRusso
bad.
is tuning in. He's a comedian as well and a musician.
Everything's different now. The way the stand up is now. Of course, I know those other guys from them touring with Andrew Dice Clay. Dice is still out there
Yeah.
doing his stuff. When he moved to Vegas, he's going to be, I think, in Atlantic City this month or next month, or whatever it is, with Roseanne Barr. They're a duo now on tour together. He used to be at Pips Comedy Club in Sheepshead Bay. I just missed him once for my birthday. He was like, I think there for the first show.
Like close or something. Oh, okay.
I saw Don Rickles. I got to see him for nothing in Atlantic City. I saw a couple of comedians that have passed on before their time, and it's a shame.
I still love Rob Schneider.
Oh, those guys, yeah, they make some good movies.
Adam Sandler, Jamie Lissow, Rob Schneider, Patricia Maya Schneider. Shout out to them. I've had the majority of them on my show except for Rob Schneider.
Is he in
It's the
John
hardest
Cena's
one.
new movie? I think
What new movie?
John Cena's got a movie called something. He's a fireman.
I have not seen
Burning
that.
Up, it's called.
Did it come out or
I
something?
think- I think it's coming out in November.
Okay.
I just saw the trailer for it.
But you
and I
saw
was
Rob
laughing.
Schneider?
I thought I saw him.
Well, he sneaks into a couple of things. But if you don't realize that he is Adam Sandler's best friend.
Yeah,
he's in every single movie Adam's in, and Adam's in every single movie
Yeah, that's
Robert's
like
in.
that. They got their own little clique.
I know. I want to be a part of it.
That's
so
like
bad.
that. That's like the updated version of the Rat Pack, like with Sinatra and them. Everybody, they did a lot of movies together, and
Well, if you
certain
saw,
that's like with George Clooney and them when they redid the Oceans movies. Oceans 11, 12, and 13. Him and Brad Pitt and all those guys were all that.
Brad Pitt was in. I've never seen Oceans 11, 12, 13.
They were supposed to do another. It didn't happen. Then they came out with a women's version called Oceans 8.
I saw that. Wait, but that was the one about the scamming, wasn't it?
Yeah, with the women.
I like that
supposed to be
one. They steal the necklace, the diamond necklace.
Something of.
I don't know. I just watched that the other day with my sister and her boyfriend.
They got to stop rebooting stuff. It's killing.
Yeah, it really is because it's ruining what the first one is.
How many Batmans could there possibly be?
Jokers, Spider-Mans. I mean, they had a Spider-Man Homecoming for freak's sakes, and what was it, Spider-Man 4? Like 2 months after?
Well, he was supposed to go back to Sony. Now he's back with the Marvel again.
I thought Sony let him go.
Yeah, and then they got him back, and then they let him. Who the hell? It's like a ping pong game. Your serve. Your serve. Your serve.
Oh, who are your upcoming guests? Do you have like a few upcoming guests you have for your show?
Oh, the usual guys. The usual guys are up here with me.
I don't know who the usual guys are.
I usually...
you got to tell the world.
Danny will trek in from Brooklyn. And he still lives in the old neighborhood. And
they come up here for you?
Yeah. Call. Sometimes Matt comes up if he doesn't have college. Andrew Romanella is always welcome. And he's a great guy. Got to catch his show on
Rocky
Mondays
Romanella was on my show previous weeks ago.
Oh, great family.
He's amazing. Such an amazing motivational speaker. Especially because Doc G just got a couple of speaking engagements.
I wouldn't mind having him on either. Rocky. It's funny. That's what you got to do in sports, too.
But do you just talk baseball, or do you promote what they're doing as well? Like, what's your base of your show?
Oh, I talk sports, and motivating your team is another thing, too.
That's true. That's
Managers, coaches, and stuff have to motivate their players.
It's 100% true. I feel like a lot of it definitely is depending on who the team is and if their head is actually in the game.
Well, you got to, let's put it this way. We're in one of the biggest markets in the world. New York, New Jersey, Philly, big market town.
For sports?
For
big
sports.
Time. Yeah.
Especially with teams. You got your Yankees, your Mets. You got the Giants and Jets out here. You got the Eagles and the Flyers and everybody. And because of who we are, we expect that team to win every year.
That's true.
If you're a Yankee fan and the money is out there, you want the best players on that field to make you win. Doesn't mean because you have the highest payroll in baseball, you're going to win a lot.
Wait, are you sure? I feel like some of it could be rigged.
Nah.
Now you laugh.
Some sports are rigged.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Anything bet on, I'm going to probably catch a lot of heat for this.
Well, be careful.
Football, basketball.
I don't have the number up.
You can see football and basketball is
rigged.
I think so. I think some of it is. I think.
Well, okay. So I have a lot of friends.
That's like saying the Houston Astros had the best record in the American League over the Yankees by a couple of games. Now, they're supposed to be the dominant team. You're playing the Tampa Bay Rays who, well, they snuck in, the wild card. Now, all of a sudden, the series is tied at 2 games. Tampa won the last 2. Could it be that whoever's covering the game is a TBS, FS1, MLB Network? Who's getting the money to make this? All right, guys, we need another game out of this. Sponsorship, pay a lot of money.
Yeah, sponsorships definitely help a lot with all that stuff.
Those sponsors are paying millions. Budweiser, whoever.
Mostly the beer companies
and
State Farm.
Yeah. And okay, wait a minute. We were expecting a game 5. Now we just lost this money. So are they telling these people to do this and that?
Okay, so you're a big baseball fan. What about football? Like draft fantasy?
Football. I'm a Giants fan of,
Okay.
Unfortunately, that team. I've worked the stadium, of course. My spot was the Chase Club, so I had
Is that the
view of
reason why
games.
you are a Giants fan? Because you
No, I've been a Giants fan for a long time. I'm going back to the Phil Simms days. When they won with Eli. Eli, as you get older, your body changes.
Yes.
Like I know I'm going to be 53 in a couple of months, so I could still throw. Somebody challenged me. I should go try to come back as a 50-something-year-old to play ball, but I might.
Well, my dad would be 100% down with you too, but his back. That's the only thing that's holding him back, and his arm. Like when
my
he throws.
knees are like shot now.
Yeah.
Picking up garbage for 20 years didn't help you.
But I think that we should do that. Doc G and Sal definitely need to do that.
Yeah, man.
Either get back in. Oh my gosh, we have Dave Cruz from the Andy Summers Show tuning in right now.
Who?
The Andy Summers Show on 92.5 XTU.
Hey, how are you, man?
Dave is amazing, and like I said, I listen to him every morning.
Great.
So
You know what other sport I love? Bowling. I love bowling.
see, I can't bowl.
Bowling is great. Bowling.
Okay.
The highest game I threw was a 277. My son Nicholas is great.
Well, Sal, just to get a little bit in, because we have a lot of people still coming in and tuning in,
Hey, how are you?
why don't you talk a little bit about your show?
All right.
So what's the gist of it? When did you first start
Talking
it?
baseball, we started back in January.
Okay, so beginning of this year?
And what I wanted to do was cover the teams, scores, have callers call in on their team, what's your team like, call in and talk about who your team should trade, who they should pick up, what free agents they should sign.
Okay.
Sponsorships? What managers should come and go. Like the Mets are in a thing now. They're going to interview Carlos Beltran and Joe Girardi for the next Mets manager, which in my opinion, should be Joe Girardi. Because if you're going to fire your manager, Mickey Callaway, and not sign somebody who's a name in the game, then the firing was for nothing. Then you just did because the fans wanted it.
Okay.
We want sponsor. We want you to call in. You got a business or anything like that? I'll sponsor you. You call in and say,
Want to
hey,
help promote everything.
I'll promote you. Whether it's a pizzeria, whatever you got. Wine.
It's
and
not
liquor.
like he's not Italiano.
A wine and liquor. You can tell my Brooklyn accent. I'm sorry if you can't understand me because people in Jersey think I'm an alien. Somebody goes,
Why? You speak so perfect authentication.
Everybody was like, what did you just say? I said, it's my Brooklynese. I'm sorry.
What's some stuff that you think you say too fast or people can't understand you? Water?
I don't know. Do I sound like that? Oh, my God.
No!
Oh my
No,
God.
I'm just bringing it to your attention.
I
what
don't know. I don't listen to myself.
Do you say some stuff too fast?
Do I?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I don't know. I never listen. I've never listened to myself talk.
Well, you can always replay this show and your show on Facebook Live.
I know it's funny because
On Hamilton Radio.
when I was working at the Freehold Mall, I worked in Primark for a while.
No, you did not.
Yeah.
When?
Oh,
And did you get deals? And you don't tell me because that's where I go constantly.
this is before I was even here.
Well, you can come back and then go back. But yeah.
So I'm talking to customers. They like, even at my job now, when I have truckers come in and they're coming into shipping or receiving, the truck driver's like, what did you just say? What was that word again?
So they make you repeat yourself a
Well,
lot.
look where I grew up in Brooklyn.
It
I mean,
seems like.
I lived basically 10 minutes where they filmed Saturday Night Fever. So,
Oh, okay.
Mrs. Carter. No, I'm only kidding. I won't do that.
I've heard of it. Is that the one with John
Why am I
Travolta?
smelling food here?
Food through the microphone? It can't be food. It's got to be stinky breath or something. I don't know who would ever try
You
to
guys
smell
got
food
food
through.
out there?
I don't
Somebody
smell
got a
anything.
microwave going?
I don't think
I'm talking
so.
about pizza. You see, now I'm smelling pizza. That's not a good thing. I'm over here now.
It's
No,
because
I'm
you're
only kidding.
Brooklyn. It's because you're Brooklyn. So, as we talked about your show and everything,
Right.
when is your show? We never said that.
Am I on tomorrow night? I don't remember.
Well,
Well,
Doc G,
I will.
when is your show normally, Sal?
Well, I'm now starting November 7th. I'll be on every Thursday at 8.
Okay. Oh, everybody moved, right? Because of Troy Alexander came back, or he did like a different
Yes.
time or something. It's awesome.
So about 8:05, 8:10, I'll be on
At
Thursday.
this time right now, I actually want to give Doc G the mic so he can talk and promote about his new radio show. Take it away, Doc G. Well, I guess you got to get here.
Hold on, folks. It's a slow track.
No problem. Doc G has 2 new speaking engagements that he could talk about and a brand new radio show. Let's go, Doc G.
Oh, boy.
Well, you can come here.
Something outside there.
Did you turn a mic on? Okay.
I think so.
But you're not on camera.
Hello? I can't. Oh, there's nothing on. Okay.
You're not on. Okay, there you are on camera. Cool.
Let me see.
All right.
Okay, I can hear you.
So, Doc G, why don't you talk about your speaking engagements first, then we'll talk about your radio show.
Oh, let's see. Where do I start, Sal? I don't know.
Well, we know you both love baseball, so we're going to try to do that next time.
The new show I do, guys, is on KMET, 1490 AM, and it's
ABC News and Talk Radio.
ABC News Talk, but it's also a internet radio station. People like, oh, it's just AM radio. No, it's AM plus, and it's in LA County, San Bernardino County, all around California.
Shout out to Aaron Michael Sanchez.
Yeah, Aaron Michael Sanchez got me the gig, but I need sponsors, guys. I need sponsors. I can't do it without sponsors.
That's the name of the game.
And we can't do the station without sponsors either. So
we're always looking.
Right.
And here's something that I put out, but I'm also going to do it on DJ Danny's show.
Take it away.
Anybody that sponsors me today on my new show, I'll give you an extra 6 months here free. So you're getting 2 for the price of 1. How's that?
Can't beat that.
That's it. I mean, you're getting free advertising here for 6 months, on top of getting advertising, and you're paying for the advertising at the other place. So you're getting 2 for 1.
For 1490 AM radio.
Yeah, and I also have a couple doctors that I'm talking to because I had a carotid artery scan today. And
oh my gosh, are you okay?
No, it's
I didn't know about that.
Scan.
So?
A scan. Does you know what a scan means?
Yeah, but you still had to. Yeah, that's.
Well, they check to make sure your vitals and everything.
That's what I was
No,
asking.
let me explain to you. Nutritional doctors look for problems that prominent doctors don't look for until you're 80 or 90 years old. Nutritional doctors tell you, oh, cut down on this, cut down on that, eat a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. But regular doctors say, just keep eating what you want. and in about 30 or 40 years, come back and check, and it's too late.
Right.
Because it coagulates in your blood.
Coagulates.
Yeah.
I like that word.
Coagulates. Write it down. It's a good word.
Write that down. Here's a pen.
Coagulates.
Am I the comedy guy here? No, really. But
We got 2 Brooklyn people here.
I'm not Brooklyn.
Yeah, but I know, but you're from Abruzzi, so.
That's Italy.
Yeah, but
That's not from the same country.
I'm just saying, like, Italian.
Well, my family's from Naples. We're Napolitan, so.
And I just found out that I was Sicilian because they didn't.
I know, Johnny. See, the pizza guy told you that.
Yeah,
Johnny,
he said that they
Beats.
didn't do the boot until like later on in years. So I was actually
Really?
Sicilian because Barry and Abruzzi and Barry.
Abruzzi.
Abruzzi. Right?
Okay.
And Barry, half buddies, half Abruzzis, were part of Sicily. Sicily.
You see, I'm not the only one who's
Sicily?
got the accent.
Are you
See?
okay? Sicily. Why are you saying Sicily?
It's just epilepsy.
All right, go on.
I had bouts with it years ago.
So do I.
Bounce
And
with it.
yeah, we talked about that. We're both epileptic.
I fell off a bike and hit my head. That's how I got mine.
I think I hit my
I
head.
thought it was a brain tumor at first.
Well, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I hit my head on the floor playing basketball when I was young.
I thought
concussion,
yours was
minor
from
concussion.
the car on the way to Seaside.
That was a re-injure.
Oh, or is that mini stroke?
No, re-injure.
Okay.
Liz, you got to tell your guests,
Something like
whoever's
that.
listening and watching, be careful on what spots you hit your head on.
How you gonna
Because
know?
I'm saying it's be careful, because I see a lot of kids not wearing
You're talking
helmets,
to somebody that likes roller coasters.
and somebody I knew hit their head and
As
wound
it's
up having a stroke
Yeah.
from hitting. I forgot what part of their
Oh my
head.
gosh.
Well, the temple I know by my one friend years and years ago got hit by a fastball, and it killed him instantly. And all my friends said, "Well, you better get out of baseball. You better not do it anymore." And I said, "No, I wear a helmet. But you never know."
Well, you see the new thing now with
Yeah, it goes across, right?
John Carlos Stanton did, because if you ever watched the video when he was with the Marlins, got clocked right here in the face by a ball.
Oh boy.
And that's why he wears that. Now it's a thing. Now half of the guys in the major leagues wear that thing around their part of their face here.
Oh, I didn't know.
I'm like, how could these guys see the ball?
Yeah.
when they're going to swing for it.
That was one of the biggest. See, when I'll just get back to baseball for a little bit. When I played baseball, all right, I was a good ball player. I was a good pitcher. I was a good hitter, but I could place hit. If you can place hit and you can actually take any ball and hit it to where a hole is, like between second and third base, that makes you a great hitter because all hitters usually swing or swing for the bases. They don't really place it.
That's like now because of the analytics. Everybody's shifted. You'll have
Exactly.
everybody is on this side of the room and there's nobody here.
Right.
So let me try to tap the ball this way. Oh, Gardner did that the other night. He hit against the shift, I think, or somebody did, and there's nobody there.
Right.
Like they always say, hit them where they ain't.
Right. And if you hit between the shortstop and the third
Sal,
baseman,
I think you got to have Doc G on your show.
or the center fielder and the
As your
left
guest.
fielder, right? Or in between that hole right in the middle.
Right.
Usually they're all running to. By the time they run
That's
to
the
get the
thing.
thing, you already got the base.
These guys are getting paid so much money. You hit the ball, throw. Like we were arguing Thursday. You don't see anybody steal bases no more. You don't see bunt and run. You don't see Billy ball, small ball. You don't see nothing.
Something I got to contend with, too, because I got in an argument way back. If the ball's up in the air and sometimes you hit it really, really high, you can go to first, second, and third base and home
Yeah.
You could do a home run.
by time the
ball-
ball
yeah, exactly.
hits the thing. Now, if he catches it, you're out.
Yes.
It's supposed to be before the base. So technically,
If he catches the ball when he hits it.
Now wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I know the rule. I know the rule you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. If you hit a ground ball and it bounces, you can throw the ball, right, and get the person out at first. But if you hit a ball high and it just stays up in the sky for 1 or 2 minutes, whatever, how long it takes for that ball to drop, the person that makes the first base should automatically have that first burst. It doesn't matter if you catch the ball. That was something way back we were arguing with.
No, because the thing is, if you're hitting the ball and it goes out,
technically it's
you
supposed to be
have
before
time.
you hit the first
You
base.
have time to run,
No.
unless they catch that ball.
Technically,
Right after.
No, technically, listen. If you hit a home run, when it goes past the spot, right? If the guy catches it, it's still not a home run. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, maybe they made it stricter now because when me figuring out and learning how to play baseball when I was younger, if it goes past the field and they haven't catched it, it's a home run.
Why?
Because it goes past the field.
Why?
Because I don't know, they didn't catch the ball.
I still caught the ball outside the field. It's not a home run? Do you understand what I'm saying?
so they-
If you reach up, you understand.
Why are you screaming? You know you're on a mic,
I know,
right?
but I'm just. It's a
I'm sorry,
point of
everyone.
contention. You
John
got-
Akunzo is tuning in.
if you reach up, right, and you are higher than the fence.
Daddy,
Oh,
you
you could jump over the fence and rob the guy
You
of a
know,
home run.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That should be the same way with a regular ball.
I think he thought he was just talking to us for a second
So
without the mic,
it really-
and then he's just screaming at everyone.
To me, if you hit that ball and it's like a bunt. If the bunt, you hit the bunt, right, and then you go to the first base. Bunt. Oh, she don't understand.
I know.
A bud. Oh, like we.
Bunt.
All right.
Bunt. Yeah, bunt. You just hit
Sure.
the ball lightly.
Whatever you say.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Bunt, B-U-N-T.
Bunt. Not
Okay.
not anything smoking
Not
or anything
blunt.
like that.
Oh, I heard blunt or
Oh
butt.
my God!
So.
What is she thinking?
Bunt.
All right,
All
go
right,
on.
you bunt the ball, and technically you get to first base before the pitcher or the catcher throws you out. You're considered at first base, right?
No, if they already catch the ball after the field, you're out.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. That's how I learned how to play.
But you just agreed with what I said. Before you make the first base. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Line drive before you make first base.
Yeah. But you can't get a home run if they already got you out.
Oh my God.
That's hard.
Right, Sal?
Who's on first?
I don't know. Third base.
Sal.
Sal's on first?
But,
No, explain what he's meaning. What he's saying.
I don't remember.
You just heard it.
well, that happens in Tampa at their stadium because of the catwalks.
People catch it, right?
Well,
They catch it.
depending on. Now this is stupid. That stadium should be torn down.
Hey, Chase.
Say the event over there is part of the outfield, If it hits, say if that's the second catwalk in the outfield, and the ball didn't even go over the fence, they consider that a home run.
Right. But because it's a certain distance.
Now, what if I go to catch that? Is it an out or is it a home run?
Well, that's why we have foul lines, because technically, if a ball. Now, here's another thing.
Oh,
if a ball swings
getting real technical.
after it already goes to something as a foul, is it considered a foul? Or is it only a foul when it falls down in the foul line?
Well, it's funny because if it hits the foul pole, it's an automatic home run.
See? That's what I'm saying. Everything is like.
Yeah.
There's no such law that's just like everything. It's just like, well maybe.
Well, it don't matter because of the rule book got thrown out the window.
Yeah, you were. Relax.
All right.
The Major League is always changing something.
He's moving the mic.
And the referees, I got to give them credit, but they don't know the laws either, because if it changes anytime somebody does something, then there is no law. It's whatever anybody does.
So one umpire could call balls and strikes differently than the other guy.
Which is just anarchy.
From one game to the
Now,
next.
Sal, why don't you also try to do something for Miracle League? Because Miracle League is also a nonprofit for helping with disability and everything, but they do baseball.
Good.
Like, reach out to
I know
them or see
Tamari
if
would
you'd
love
like
to get involved in that.
Well, that, and I also can contact
I'll get involved
Andy
with anything with kids.
And Dan Schweck.
Who?
Dan, I don't know his last name. The one we met at Miracle League.
Sweet Schwack who?
I never said
Sweet Schwack. That's a good name. What the hell? Say that 6 times. See?
Okay, no, serious
Sounds
thought.
like I'm saying courageous car.
I don't
Sal,
know
I
what
definitely
she's
think
talking
that
about.
you should get Miracle League on your show.
Hey,
I thought he went
They're
Miracle Whip.
also
Miracle Whip. Coo Whip. Coo
they're also
Whip.
a part of the Sunshine Foundation, and they help them get up to, go to Disney World for that day.
I will have anybody on. I would love to play ball again. I would love to help teach kids how to play ball.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I would love
I will. Let me see if I can send this show to
But
Andy.
what rules would
that. I
you
still
use?
have my glove at home with my cleats. And the only number I wear
Let me
is
send it to
31
Andy. Let me send
because
it to
Dave
Andy.
Winfield was my favorite Yankee, so I wore that number throughout my whole. Seriously, I would let me manage the Mets. What the hell?
Okay, I just sent it to Dan and Andy, so I hope they can tune in or they'll see. But I'll reach out to them for you.
Who's Dan?
That's Dan and Andy are both of the co-owners of Miracle League, Dad.
I don't know, Dan.
Miracle League is what we went
You know
to.
what? I thought I saw something on Facebook about that. Now that you're saying that,
Well, Miracle
do they
League.
do a sponsorship on Facebook? Do they do an ad?
Yes and no. What Tara, my guest yesterday, spoke about it too, and we met Andy and Dan at the place in Robbinsville. You just talked about it. The sports facility inside Door Place.
Oh, them two. Because when you were saying I met them, I'm like, I didn't meet
Yes,
any.
you did, yeah.
Okay. Now
Yeah, you
you're
met
going
them.
back a ways.
Well, I'm bringing up what Tara said yesterday about the event, how they're doing the festival. But Miracle League also helps with baseball for the kids that want to learn how to play baseball, and they
Yeah,
kind of.
did you ever go to that little?
So,
No, I'm in. They want to call me. Hey,
That's
give
a
me my
nice.
number.
It's a nice place.
Yeah, they do it all year round.
Call in my
so
show. Come up
if
to
you
the
want to
studio,
help,
whatever
I don't know
they
if you
wanna
want to
do.
help volunteer, if you want to get them on your show.
Whatever they want.
Just give them the benefit, or see if Hamilton Radio could do something.
I'll work with any youth organization. I mean, when I was in Brooklyn, we played at the fields behind the Marlboro Projects.
Wrong
And
Dan is tuning in, but no problem.
John Franco from the Mets and original Cincinnati Red, who went to Lafayette, used to play those leagues behind the Marlboro Projects, the fields there. It was right off where the end train is on Avenue U or off 86th Street there. And we used to play a lot of Little League games there, and I miss that. Those fields are still there. Unfortunately, they're not being used. I wish there was more youth involved in baseball because everybody likes to do lacrosse, soccer, hockey. Baseball needs baseball needs to come back in a big way, I think.
Yeah, but it's got to start with local support, right?
With little leagues, and like we used to play, and the league we played for was the Bensonhurst Bettermen's Association.
And Dad, what did you play for?
Oh, a bunch of different ones. HTRBA, Lou Gehrig.
I was
with Babe Ruth League.
Yeah, I was a coach for. Was it St. Mary's? I think.
Oh wow!
I don't. It was one of the schools.
It's funny because me and my cousin were playing on opposite teams, but we had the same last name. Everybody got confused.
Which cousin?
Cousin Nikki. My cousin Nikki.
Do I know Cousin Nikki?
You see him at funerals all the time.
Why is that the only way to meet family?
Because
Either a
family
funeral
doesn't
or
have
a
any
wedding?
time for
Oh my
family.
gosh, that's so horrible the way
What
you
is
said that though.
No, family
Well,
doesn't.
but unfortunately, it's true.
You only see. I don't know. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, my family's so big, they only invite first cousins. So my great grandmother passed away before she hit 100. My grandmother now is 99, and we were like on 4th or 5th generation great grandkids.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Yeah, the family gets too big, and
God
then
bless her
it
heart
just
for
has
that.
to break down to just the immediate families.
Yeah.
hey Tyler.
And nobody.
Tyler Music is tuning in. Everyone, YouTube star.
Oh, Tyler. Hey, Tyler.
Who?
Tyler Music. He's actually going to be at my DJ Danny Show Christmas party,
Nice.
December 14th.
Tyler's gonna be
from
on my
6
show, too.
To
Bring back
10:30.
some of the old music like I
Yes,
used to
Tyler
listen
would
to.
love to be on your show.
He's got actually very good music for his, what he likes. It's very good. I like
Bring
it.
back. I mean, the music has changed since I've listened
Tyler's
to it.
music? I think you're talking about Steven Rubinsky.
I thought you liked Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler's a good friend of mine. He's an actor from Teen Beach Movie. He was an extra
Oh, I
in.
get it mixed up.
And Steven Rubinsky is a singer-songwriter.
Oh,
You
okay.
want-
I'm sorry,
But you
Tyler.
want Tyler too. Tyler did YouTube, and he's
I'm,
the one that was on my
I'm
show,
old
and he
school.
spoke about Spirit Halloween.
I remember.
I'm into the 80s.
I don't
and
remember. Do you
90s
remember
old.
Spirit
I remember,
Halloween?
but I don't remember. Okay.
Do you remember Spirit Halloween?
Spirit Halloween.
He worked at Spirit Halloween. His stories, that's Tyler.
Spirit Halloween stories?
Huh? I don't. Don't look at me.
It's a spirit at Halloween to me.
I just
don't
hang
know
out
what
at Great
you're talking
Adventure dressed as a clown. so-
Yes. Oh, talk about that.
about. Yeah, what's that like? Are you scaring people?
Oh, it's great. The attraction I'm in is called Big Top Terror,
I thought he was in the
and
carnival area.
it's a 3D. Our makeup is actually 3D. So when you put your 3D glasses on and you walk through the trail, it looks like we're coming at you.
And
Oh,
you're not
okay.
really coming at us?
No,
That's horrible. That's scary.
it's great.
I mean, is it? Does
Well,
it
last
with
Friday,
distance, or-
the woman who did my makeup made me look like the Joker. I showed you the picture,
Oh
Yep.
yeah, I saw that.
Yep.
Yeah.
and I
was
get
good.
Amazing.
I get involved so much. So somebody walks in because they're Warner Brothers sponsored on Great Adventure, so they're all
Yeah.
to do with the superheroes.
Yep.
So if somebody walked in with a Batman shirt, that's my cue right there.
Oh,
How
Joker.
to get
Go
somebody.
right after him.
Or if a girl's walking in like this scared, and I
Me?
and I see that look on her face, I'm going to use that to her advantage because now I know I could get a good.
Can I tell you something? I even told my friends this, Chase, Ashley, Jen.
Yeah, but there's
when
certain
I went
things
to
they tell
Six
you they
Flags,
can't do,
I
right?
was not trying to look scared. I wanted them all to be on top of me.
Well, it's
They're
funny.
all walking away and letting
it's funny
go of
saying
me.
that part of my trail is like a haunted forest kind of thing.
Oh.
So there's one clown
hate that.
on different sides. So I try to do my best. Now you can't see when you first come in because of the lighting, and I'm seeing these people.
How
walking.
dark is it through the?
It's not that bad. There's purple lighting, I guess, to get the effect.
Purple lighting is the worst.
Because it gives you the 3D effect.
I don't like that.
So, and now I see them walking through with their glasses on. I said, I got to get these good. So one of my friends came out from one side to scare. Now they can't see me coming by the trees. And I'm laughing now.
Sal, you would find me in a heartbeat, okay?
And now we all scared them. These three girls fell on top of each other.
Oh Jesus!
And the best part of it is, I like when people try to run when they're on the floor. And it's like trying to like a cartoon, Ray Scooby. and, it's great. Like the guy with Batman. I'll just do a few lines as the Joker from a Batman movie, and I'll go, "Have you danced with the devil by the pale moonlight from the '89?"
Right.
Or I'll throw another one out there, like let's put a smile on that face, or I'll say something from Cesar
Let's put a
Romero
smile
days,
on their
and I'll,
face.
and
That's
I'll
the
do a
Joker.
Joker laugh, like
Yeah.
my own version of one, and it's great. And I love the little kids who aren't afraid, who want to go one-on-one against you. Like, you don't scare me. So I'll go into my Undertaker thing and go, "Come for your soul, boy." And you really,
Oh,
you really
Lord
get-
heavens.
But it's a fun time.
Dark.
If you really want a great part-time job, going from September all the way up till
December.
November 3rd
3rd.
this year with the Fright Fest, it's great. You get paid for scaring people, and it doesn't get better than that. And there's all
So-
different.
Yeah, but is there scare?
Should I do it next year?
Wait, is there scare
'Cause
meetings?
that sounds like
where you
extra
guys-
money.
well, we go for training. There is training.
No, but is there like meetings before the scare or the national
Well,
scare? Or it's
Well,
You all have to scare each other first before you
well,
make
you
the...
go to training. There's auditions.
there's certain
Do you-
guidelines, right?
Do your best scream. Don't touch nobody. They can't touch you.
But they do.
No,
They don't touch it?
No, we can't touch the.
No, I said they
Y'all
touch
come
you,
up
though.
so close in our face that it makes it look like you touched your nose.
Yeah, people get scared. I unfortunately last year scared somebody too good. I was in the Hellfest trail after the movie,
It's the stupid.
and the guy
Shaking the
turned.
change
the
that gets
guy
me.
turned around too fast, and he caught his head here, and he got cut open.
Oh, no.
In real life,
Yeah.
he died.
No, he cut above his eye here. When I scared him, and he turned too quick, and he hit the wall, and I felt so bad that happened.
Did you go into nice routine or did you go into
No,
scare
yeah,
routine?
I said I'm sorry, and I went to go get medical from him or whatever.
So that's the training. The training is basically
really
if you
happened.
scare somebody really bad,
Wow.
make sure you go into a regular
Well,
person.
you don't want to
routine.
see anybody have a heart attack.
Really,
or
make sure you go into a
something
regular
like that.
person. It is a regular person.
No,
it's just somebody playing the character.
I know.
Well,
That's
like
what
I
I'm
was
saying. Come
saying-
out of character. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. Yes.
come out of character at the
To let them know that you're there appreciating.
So-
them.
like you said, there are guidelines. If you
Right.
see somebody who's like a kid who's not a
We're
certain
talking about
age,
Fright Fest, everyone. He's
and,
a part of it.
and I'll wave to the little kid, and I won't scare them because I know they're being held by their parent.
Yeah.
So you got to use your judgment on who to scare and who not to scare. They're all
Like I said,
guidelines.
you're gonna scare me. I'm the one that comes in with my friends, and you're peeping around the corner. I was trying to find you, but like you said, you were sick.
Yeah, I had a very bad weekend. I was in bed all
that
weekend,
Sunday,
but
so.
that's what happens. When we get old, we
Well,
get.
hey, he's giving out. He said he has tickets, so if you want to go and be scared by him, you're more welcome to. Because you
don't-
want to go to Holiday Inn
Also,
I
now,
don't
like
do
like
the
you were saying,
scary
they go
thing,
all the
no.
way up to December, or I think it's the
December 29th for Holiday Inn Pass. or
yes.
Holiday Inn
They
the
did that because
Pass.
Hershey Park does that holiday lights.
I know we're
They
going
were the
as a
first.
family.
I did
I'm
that
excited
once,
to.
and it was so cold that we practically all got sick there.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Well, we're doing it as a family this year as a Christmas tradition. So
What?
we're going to a Holiday in the Park.
Wait, Great Adventure?
Mm-hmm. You already said yes. Rosie said yes, and Mom said yes.
Yeah,
My
as long as
main
I have
goal-
hot chocolate next
my
to me
main
and I
goal
got
to
warm.
Hot
my
chocolate.
main goal right now is that I want to do something nice as a give back for kids. I got 2 boys, of course, and you know how I am. Worked with the sanitation department in New York for 20 years. We always put on our things.
You're a giving guy. You're a
breast
giving guy.
breast cancer awareness month. Don't forget to wear your pink.
Tomorrow?
It's the whole month of October.
Well, nobody told me that. We're already on October
Yes.
9th.
And the city sanitation, we wore pink ribbons in my old garage in
pink
Staten Island
ribbon.
3.
Yeah.
Like I said, I want to don a Batman costume, get the Batmobile, and go put a smile on some kids' faces at a hospital somewhere
That's,
as a give back, and hand out some gifts to
you should also do that
these kids who
for Miracle League.
unfortunately who don't have the things we do or had when we were their age.
We take for granted a lot, don't we?
and
Costello?
I think that's beautiful, Sal.
it's the way I was brought
Especially
up.
for the holiday,
It
right?
was the way I was brought up.
He's a good guy.
By
He's a
my
good guy.
family, by my dad, and all
You should
that.
do it for Miracle League as well.
I would do anything you want for them. Let them know.
I'm gonna right after the show. I'm gonna
If
get
you're
Dan to get in
watching,
touch with
I
you.
am available for that. I'll even put on my Undertaker costume. No, I'm only I won't dress as a wrestler. But if anything for kids, I love kids. I've coached little league teams, and I hopefully my son as of I'm not around anymore, and what how many
Oh, don't
years
say
down the
that.
line. No, it's funny. My father used to tell me the same thing.
Yeah, don't say that.
No, but I want him to carry on the legacy of the Angioletti name. So
Well, I think that's beautiful.
Where
Real
you
quick,
going?
I just wanted to.
who's making pizza out there? Get this guy in here.
Real quick, I wanted to make sure you just promote your upcoming show. So you said it's tomorrow.
Am I on tomorrow night? I don't know. Well, if I'm on tomorrow night, it would be 9:30 p.m. right here,
Okay.
and starting November 7th, 8 o'clock every Thursday, Talking Baseball with Sal Angioletti live. That's also the Facebook page name, Talking Baseball with Sal Angioletti.
And he shared
Whatever-
this as well. So thank you
Whatever
for that.
baseball team you like, there's all the shows are on there from previous. You have any opinions on the postseason? In December, we're gonna really get in the mix of things because that's the winter meetings with all the free agents being signed. That's like a big time in baseball. Like, okay, is Garrett Cole going to come to the Yankees next year?
We're
Is
gonna
he-
go meet some people and try to get
Yes,
them on the show.
hopefully, I'll find out where the hopefully, if I find out where the winter meetings are, I can go and maybe I'll interview people on Facebook Live if they allow me.
Of course. Well, that's
I
amazing.
want to thank you so much for having me. It's the first time ever I'm here that I'm on your show.
Well, second show, but it's a start, and appreciate you having you as well. You did awesome. I can't wait
Thank
for
you
you to
so
get
much.
more guests and stay booked. And like I said, I will be contacting Dan or Andy after the show
Yes.
from Miracle League. Maybe I'll do a group chat of all this on Facebook. You
That's
okay
fine
that?
with me. Whatever
And
you
then
like.
let you take over and see if you can help them anyway. Just because they are, they do Miracle League, which is baseball as well, and you have a talking baseball show. They wanted to come be on Hamilton Radio as well, or be on my show, but your show definitely they can be on sooner.
Whatever they want. I still got my cleats and my glove in my closet. I'm ready to.
So if they're looking for,
Wipe off
another
the cobwebs.
coach, they definitely can. Well, again, everybody will tune in and listen to your show every Wednesday from 9:30, or is it changing? in
Thursday.
November?
It's Thursdays at 9:30 for now.
Okay.
And actually, a month from today will be the new time slot at 8:00.
So it's going to change from after October, or is it
Yes.
November?
November 7th is the new start.
Okay, so it's going to be Thursdays at 8:00. So make sure you tune in tomorrow, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you as
Thank
well.
you. Yo.
Are you clapping? All right, we're off.
I was clapping.
Okay.
Oh my God. I'm getting to it. Thank you. That was fun.
You're welcome.